Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I finally have for you the video you've been asking for. I have my Amouage video here. I was intentionally waiting for the weather to cool off a little bit because not all these fragrances sparkle in the high heat. So I wanted more milder temperatures for this. I did do it on Amouage Women. I did not include the men, Amouage Men, because I'm not as fluent with that collection. Although if I did do it, Journeyman and Jubilation 25 would definitely be at the top of that list. I really, really like them on a man. And the Library collection, which is numbered like Opus 1, 2, 3 with Roman numerals. There's only one that I like in that collection, and I'll tell you which one that is after this 7-second intro. I know you're probably tired of it. I'll change it soon. 7 seconds. Okay guys, welcome back. So the only one that I actually like for women from the Library collection is the number 3. It's Opus number 3. This one is very Roja Dove. It has this powdery undertone, white florals, very regal, elegant, dare I say wealthy smelling. This is a very well-to-do, refined woman. I absolutely love this one. If you like the way Roja Dove dresses a woman, you're gonna love this one. It is harder to find. Trust me, if I could have found a full bottle, I would have it. It's hard to find. It's really expensive. I think I did see it at Lucky Scents once, but they wanted this crazy money and I just couldn't bear. And I still have the decant, but it's so, so, so good. Highly recommend you trying this or getting a decant of it. If you know my style, you know what I like. This is that. Not like, I like gourmands too. This is that regal, beautiful, expensive woman. So to this list here. So if you saw my recent haul, you know I got one in and I said I was waiting. That makes this 11. One of them's getting the boot at my next declutter, which is also coming up. I'll air that like in the next 2 weeks somewhere. So it'll get aired. I have some of the things that I have to coordinate it with. But I definitely have a bunch that is getting the boot. So let's start with that guy that I have been waiting to be able to give the boot. And this is only, if you know the things that I say I don't like, yes, there's the 3 notes, but there's also, I'm not really big on grassy green stuff. So that's Reflection. Look at this, it's gonna reflect everything. Reflection, Amouage Woman. I've worn it a few times. It is very refreshing in like fresh cut lawn kind of way, which I really like the smell of fresh cut lawn. But this is kind of like the smell of a meadow is really what it is. But there's something, I don't know, to me, it just makes me think of a marsh. And it doesn't do good things to me, but it's not a bad fragrance. There's so many people their chemistry works better with these green notes. My chemistry just doesn't do well with them. It doesn't do anything good for it. It kind of goes wah, wah, wah on my skin. So this is the one that is getting the boot. I did wear it several times though in an attempt. As I wore it, I was like, you know, this isn't so bad, but I love these so much more. And 10 is what I want to keep. So the next one, yeah. So to rank this 10, there was another issue I have. You know, I hate ranking because there's so many variables. One of them is the seasons. Like some shine in the winter, but are horrible in the summer and just off-putting. And then there's the opposite where they are incredible in spring and summer. And then in the winter are very lackluster. So how do you rank them? And then there's the ones that are gorgeous and opulent and incredible workmanship went into them, but you can only wear them on occasions. And then there's the ones that are a workhorse. You can wear them a lot and they are a love, but they're more mass appealing, less unique. So which one is ranked higher, right? So I had a struggle with this. So I've kind of grouped it into two camps here of cooler weather and warmer weather. And my rankings do lean to the camp of wearability, of the ones that I find myself reaching for a lot more ranked higher. So bear that in mind. Do not be offended if there is one that you absolutely love and think is a masterpiece and I ranked it lower, because for my purposes, only for this video, because obviously I love these all, I did that. So let's start with the first one, which is the warmer weather. So they have the Secret Garden, and you know I love that Secret Garden collection, which is within the Amouage Women's collection. And I have them all except for Lilac Love, which is like a powdery cocoa hue, violet kind of thing that I just wasn't into. But we have Mimosa Love. Love Mimosa, which I really like. It's a beautiful, demure mimosa flower, softer, powdery. It's a very gentle fragrance. Kind of like a shy person would wear this. It's not too loud, not too ostentatious. There's something very coy and gentle about it. If you are looking for something with the mimosa flower, you'll definitely find it here. Amouage in general have incredible longevity, incredible projection. You don't have to worry about this. But what this is projecting is very demure and gentle. It's basically your mimosa flower, bright, slightly powdery fragrance. Number 9, I know there's going to be a lot of upset people that this is so low. This is also my newest acquisition, and it's Portrayal. I really like this one, but it opens up very hardcore jasmine. You really need to be a jasmine lover. And I think just because I lately haven't really been in the mood for jasmine, like jasmine, that's this. Then when the mid and base notes come through though, which oddly takes a while, like it takes 30 minutes or more, 30 to 45 minutes for it to come through. That's when I fall in love with this. I love that part because it's a little closer to material and it's that resinous, woody vanilla that I just, so this has been, I've had these strips drying down already so that they would be to the mid by the time I did this video. And it's just starting to come through where I'm getting these hints of woodiness. And that's what I love. And then the resins start to come out and I just love it, especially this time of year. So for your jasmine lovers, Portrayal for sure. The next one I get a lot of use out of. I find this one very mass appealing, very easy to wear, kind of a dumb reach. And it's Blossom Love, also from the Secret Garden collection. This one is basically your pink flowers. I think there's a slight suede note in here too, if I'm correct, but it's not like you get this leather in here. It's more like a little bit of texture in there. It's not overly sweet. It's kind of like your peonies. I think there's also like cherry blossom in here. So it's a really, really nice spring fragrance. And then with the dry down, you start to get a little more of that tonka, vanilla, suede, amber. But you don't lose the pink florals, which I really like. So it really, really is a gorgeous spring fragrance. See now, if we were in the spring right now, if this were March, this would be ranking high. This is what, but this is, to me, this is a staple for me in the springtime. Blossom Love. So the next one is one that I wear a little less often. It's more unique. This is going to be number 7 here is Journey Woman. Now I love Journey Man, even a little on myself, but it's masculine. Journey Woman is different, but it's kind of reminds me of the way Guerlain Samsara was back when it first came out. I don't like the rendition now. It feels so cheap. But this has that like vanilla, sandalwood, a little bit of spices, like not quite cinnamon, but these beautiful spices in there. Ambery, a lot of that sandalwood. It's really, really complex, but kind of has that vibe to Samsara that I really like. This one, I feel like this is closer to the original Samsara than like the version now. I don't know, but if you're a Samsara fan from back in the day, give this one a shot. It's so beautiful and complex. It's really nice for this time of year now in the fall because it has those warm notes to it. This is so good. But again, limited to season, I feel. I feel like this isn't really a spring or a summer fragrance, but so gorgeous. And as it dries down, it takes you on a little bit of a journey when you wear this fragrance, going through lots of different stages and notes, making it really interesting. So number 7. Number 6. Ooh, this baby. This is your dark, sexy horse. This is Amouage Memoire. Memoire is your deep, dark, spicy, sexy fragrance. This is you're wearing your full black, you're wearing a black dress, you're definitely glammed out, you're feeling sassy, you're in that black outfit kind of mood. It is, wow. Definitely a lot of spices in here. This has like your incense and your cloves and your wormwood and your cardamom and pink pepper and all these sexy, spicy notes. Very woody, ambery, sultry. For those of you that like those kind of fragrance, or I think it's a really good kind of fragrance to have in your arsenal there, like in your collection. You need one with this scent profile. You know, the days of opium or poison, or like if you liked those bold, assertive kind of fragrances, Memoire is one that you're going to be drawn to. I really, really like this one. Number 5, I really love. Again, I find it better suited to cooler weather, and then it really shines, and that is Interlude. Interlude is the same thing, but different. So it's those spices again. It's got that incensey, woody, sandalwood, vanilla kind of vibe, but it's heavier on the woody and vanilla, along with those incensey notes. Whereas Memoire is very heavy on the incensey. It's got, oh man, there's such a, I love that creamy, resinous vanilla sandalwood kind of concoction that's in there deep as the base. And then the spices on top. This one also has like a little bit of coffee in there too. It's got oud in there, it's got coffee in there, but it's more like a coffeed oud. Like, you know how oud can take on a little bit of chocolatiness or coffee hints to it? It's like that. There's subtle, very subtle leather in there too. It really just kind of all blends out with that oud, coffee, leather, those dark notes in there. You also have a little bit of honey sweetening it up. But again, this one takes you on a journey, and the honey is more of a hint. It's more like a hue of honey in there versus honey drizzled on it, like some fragrances can be, or they can be goopy, or you really get the honey note. This is just a hue that kind of gives a little bit of sweetness to those really dark notes. But it shines on those creamy, sultry, woody notes with some spice. Very complex. I really like this one. Again, it's one that will take you on a journey as well with the way it develops. The last 4 here, the top 4, these are the ones I really give a lot of exercise to. I work these guys. These 4, I find really versatile across seasons, and I wear them a lot. So for that reason, they're ranked higher. just so you understand my rationale behind this. So the first one is Honor Woman. Honor Woman is a fabulous, feminine, regal fragrance that is versatile. I don't feel like you need to be dressed up to wear this. I don't feel like you need to be going to some kind of gala. You could just be wearing a white linen suit or even a white suit. You could just be lunching with the girls. Like, there's just something about it, but it's very polished smelling. So it's not quite as regal as Opus 3, but I know I wrote on the wrong side of these, so they're bent wrong. It's not quite as regal as this. This one definitely, Opus 3 smells more expensive, more regal, more elegant, more, like I said, Roja Dove. Honor is more subtle, very confident. This is more like, could be a signature scent of a woman that really takes care of herself. I like Honor. Honor is your tuberose with a little bit of green to it. So it's your very regal white floral. It's not a creamy tuberose. It's not a bubblegum tuberose. There's something more elegant about it and clean and crisp about it. It's really more of a white floral. Like, I happen to really love gardenia. I find gardenia to be such an elegant smelling flower. And you really get the gardenia in here, which I like. So this is a beautiful one if you want that kind of smell. My top 3 here. Gosh. The next one I'm going to give to a newer fragrance of mine too, just because I haven't had the opportunity to wear it as much, but I am currently loving this. And it is very unisex, even though it's in the woman collection. And it's Material. Yes, named after Madonna, Material Girl, but I find this, wow. This one is really complex, and I've heard the most complex descriptions about this, and if I get into the notes, we're gonna fall down a rabbit hole and you're gonna lose perspective of what it actually smells like. This is a complex vanilla, resinous vanilla. So it's your woods. So this is like your woods that have some resinous woods in there, some balsamics, and your vanilla, and they're all kind of blended together. Makes me even think of like Xerjoff, the way he does these incredible creamy, ambery vanilla, woody vanillas with resins to them. Like if you like Torino, if you like Ouverture, or if you like 400, they all kind of have that like sweet, resinous, ambery, vanilla kind of tone to them. It's what I absolutely love about this. This one is different, and it is just rich and intense, and there's something very addictive about those resins to me. So that's Material. Top 2, woo! Okay. This one, I get a lot of exercise to also, obviously, and it's Sunshine Woman. Sunshine Woman, I love this because the way it opens up is very bright and cheerful and citrus and apricot osmosis, and it just makes you smile when you spray this. And that just lifts your mood and kind of is like a shot in the arm of confidence because it lifts your mood and just brightens your day. You can't help but smile, right? It's like a little baby smiling and you can't help smile, right? It makes you smile. And then as it dries down, it just, like the white tobacco and the papyrus and these more substantial kind of notes come through. And it's like, okay, I'm in a good mood. It's like, okay, I'm in a good mood, I'm feeling confident now, and now I'm wearing something that matches that confidence that's just been instilled in you. It stays beautiful, and I just love this because it works in heat and in moderate temperatures, like I'll say spring, summer, fall, it works. Super high heat, I feel like some of the notes in here don't really want to work with you, but man, I love this one. There's something also creamy in the base too. This like creamy vanilla. Oh, it's so yummy. It's like apricot whipped cream. That's how it is. So it just kind of makes you smile. It just feels good, smells good, and then the white tobacco comes through and gives it something a little more substantial at the dry down. And it's not quite this like gourmand dessert. I really, really like Sunshine. And then my favorite is from the Secret Garden collection, and it is Love Tuberose. This is different from Honor is gold. This is silver. The Honor is more of a clean white floral, where this is your creamy tuberose with whipped cream, and there's something just yummy, yummy about this. There's something that I don't think anybody can resist. It's also very mass appealing. So easy to grab for any time of year. It's along the lines of 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. If that's something that you like, you will like this one. They're along the same line in that they're a creamy whipped cream vanilla tuberose. I find this so, so yummy. You know, I actually should do a comparison between those two because they're pretty similar. Hang on. So, I think Nishane is sweeter. I'm actually going for the skin here. Got my lipstick on here, darn it. Guys, if you're wondering about the lipstick, yes, you know I'm in love with all the House of Sillage. This one is Empress. It looks purple in the tube. While my hands dry down. It looks purple in the tube. Like I just take them out of these things. But it's like this berry pink kind of color on my lips that I love. In case you're wondering, Empress. They're really close. Nishane is a little sweeter. There's more tuberose in Love Tuberose. There's more of the actual floral, whereas 100 Silent Ways is really sweet. Yeah, there's definitely more tuberose to it. So it's just a little bit more elegant smelling versus your total dessert vanilla sugar. This is more of a creamy tuberose with whipped cream, just a little more subtle to it, but yummy. So those are my top 10 Amouage women. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't be offended if one of your favorites was lower on the list. I have love for these all. I think it's an incredibly exquisite house that does fragrance so, so well. They're very luxurious. Their packaging is luxurious. They're heavy. The caps are so ornate. I noticed some of them have, I don't know if this is a time thing where they changed packaging. A lot of mine have the name written on the side as well. A few do not. The name is written on the collar. I did have a subscriber explain that. I do love the magnet in the top because the magnet is actually in certain pieces that if you put it down the wrong direction, it will spin. It will spin back in place so that the name is at the front. Kind of fancy. So, and then again, they have this metal placard here. I think they're so incredibly elegant, but I'll, whip through that packaging for you. So let me know if there's a favorite of yours that did not make this list. I love the house. These are just my personal top 10. I have tried a lot of them. Lyric, I just wasn't liking Lyric. Some of the others I just thought were a little too weird for me. But let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.